Alrighty, guys and gals, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Misty Mountain Gaming channel. I am Big E. Welcome back to the second series in what I believe is going to be a 10-part series in kind of a special tribute series. We are visiting memorials of real people who have passed away. And the first series, we did Eastern Kingdoms. And we are now doing Kalimdor. We're going to sort of start from the north and work our way south. So the first memorial we're going to visit, first tribute, is in the Exodar, which is way up here. This is part of Kalimdor. And he can be found. Can I get in here? He can be found in the Vault of Lights. And this is the NPC that we're looking for. A battle master, Lydell the Just. And I'm going to read what I found.
Good fortune.
So, Lydell the Just was added to the game in a tribute to Justin Lydell. Justin was born in Michigan in 1983 and graduated from Eastern Michigan University in 2006 with a Bachelor of Science in Written Communications. After his graduation, Justin moved to Austin, Texas, where he worked for Blizzard in the customer service department as an in-game support lead. He is also listed in the Wrath of the Lich King credits. He passed away on May 1st, 2009 in a fatal car accident. This guy was 25 years old. He was just a few days away from his first wedding anniversary. Justin was a talented writer and musician. He made a difference in the lives of all who knew him. This is a quote from his obituary. The quote is actually in French, so I can't read it, but the English translation is, "It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye." Lydell the Just was added to the game in patch 3.2.0 and can be found in the Exodar. He is one of the battle masters standing in alcoves up the stairs to your right as you enter the Vault of Lights. There he is. Farewell, Justin. Our next in-game tribute is this NPC right here. This is Crildor, and I've seen this NPC over the years so many times. I never knew who he was, what it was for. He walks, he's got like this little pathing that he does. And I'm going to read what I could find on Crildor. You guys have probably seen this NPC walking around as well. Crildor is in tribute to Michel. He was a moderator named Crildor at alphagamers.net, which was a Dutch Warcraft/gaming fan site. It's no longer available at that domain. He was born in 1982 and died in a car crash on December 10th in 2003. Wow. So that's like 21 years old, man. He had been eagerly looking forward to playing Warcraft, but passed away before it was released. It's like a year after. Crildor was added in patch 1.11.1. He wanders throughout the Temple Gardens in Darnassus. A contemplative NPC, he occasionally sits down by the water's edge before contributing on his way. There he is. Farewell, Mike. Farewell, Mitchell. I like how the NPCs look at you when they pass by. Very well, brother. Our next in-game tribute memorial, many of you probably have seen or know about. It is in the Barrens. It's called the Shrine of the Fallen Warrior, and it's just the crossroads. It's just there. Now I'm in retail. It's just quicker to get around, but if you're in classic, the way up is right here. And there's actually a lot of information on this young guy. I believe he was 19 years old when he died. Let's see if I can get up here. So what you have to do, come up this way. You can take this route here. People usually see this from the road here. If you're close enough to this little edge here, it'll say Shrine of the Fallen Warrior, but never come up to visit. So it's a spirit healer here. And the spirit healer is named Koiter. And there's a body of an orc here named Koiter. And I'm going to read some information about what I found here. The Shrine of the Fallen Warrior, Koiter, is in tribute. Now, I'm probably saying this guy's name incorrectly. It's either Michel or Michael. It's M-I-S or M-I-C-H-E-L. Michel Martin Koiter. He lived from 1984 to 2004. Michel was born in Argentina and attended the Art Academy at Utrecht in the Netherlands. At the time, Michael and his twin brother, Rene, I'm going to get these, I'm just going to butcher the names, so apologies, please. They were freelance artists who collaborated together as Twin Cruiser. It's a name that they had used in StarCraft. You might have some StarCraft fans here. Michel was the creator and illustrator, while Rene did colors, graphics, and web design. They were contracted to do illustrations for the Warcraft Dungeons & Dragons book. And that's when they got to know Samwise Didier. Sam reached out to them after he came across their artwork online, and I'm going to be showing you some of that artwork. Through Didier, they also got to know Chris Metzen, who is OG. He had retired early. He's back with the company now, I'm pretty sure. And experienced what Ranier termed the Blizzard roller coaster ride of our life. They had been working with their art heroes, launched the website for the newly formed Blizzard art group called Sons of the Storm, and they play-tested the alpha versions of WoW. It was a very busy and creative time for the brothers, full of promise for the future. Suddenly, Michel caught a flu, which for unknown reasons, as he was perfectly healthy, active lifestyle, it quickly grew worse until his body could no longer cope, and he died of sudden heart failure. He was 19 years old. His brother, who now works at Blizzard, I don't know if he still works there, wrote this poem about his brother and the monument. Where once a hero set foot on his native soil, a monument has risen. Where now part of his essence resides, a mystical boon will be given. Upon the monument, the runic initials MK have been engraved, to honor all the journeys and battles the fallen one has braved. A hero's enduring spirit transcends many worlds beyond our own. Only those with steadfast dedication find a bond with this unknown. Travel the continents and scour the lands for the shrine standing tall, for in the presence of the monolith, the warrior will be with you all. Michel was made a member of the Sons of the Storm art group after he had died. The group's website, which was closed down in 2017, featured a memorial page about his story and his legacy. It's available to view only the Way Back Here machine, which I'm going to open in a second. This is a beautiful and moving tribute was written by his brother, who recalled how his brother's last words to him were, "It'll be all right." This is from his brother. "He gave up what was left of his essence to strengthen me in his last stand. And all these years, this timely reasoning had been the one guarantee that assured my mind from breaking into pieces. Instead, this comfort has shaped my being anew, leaving me wholly transfigured as a different man. How striking it is now that my real name, Ranier, literally meaning to be reborn. Even though I artistically collaborated with my brother, he was the single driving engine. The twin cruiser vessel did not have two captains. It had one, and I was his shadow. I could delve deep into the characteristics of my brother, but I say this without any glorified bias, that he was way, way beyond me in many aspects at the age of 19. Truthfully, I see myself as being at his level now at age 26, so this was written some time ago. I can say I miss having my brother around physically, but not as much as I miss him not having had the opportunity to evolve in Blizzard. With 7 years of dedication, he would no doubt have been a creative monster in the art department. I like to think it is this unsung feat of talent that merited my brother to become part of World of Warcraft and now a symbol in the StarCraft universe. As I conclude this tribute, my brother's final words echo through and begin to crystallize, almost to the point of being prophetic. I may have lost a brother, but through his death, I have been blessed with a band of newfound brothers within Blizzard, and as long as I remain within their presence, Michel is alive and well. Koiter is a spirit healer who can be found on the top of a hill west of Crossroads. This location was specifically chosen because Crossroads was, to quote Samwise Didier, where together we kicked so much ass. We kicked so much ass. The memorial features the spirit healer, the monument with Michael's initials on it, and an orc laid on top of the shrine. The orc is an exact copy of Michael's beta character, Twin Cruiser. I didn't know that. So I'm going to open another page here. And I invite you guys and gals to read this. I read this all offline. This is Michel or Michael. Here's the website. sonsofthestorm.com/memorial_twin cruisers. There is a ton of information in here. This is the end game. Look at this artwork, man. Like this just, look at that. Just amazing. So much information. Here's another picture. This is from his friend Sam, and this is from Chris Metzen. It's a lot to read, and honestly, I get a little bit emotional. I probably wouldn't be able to get through it again. Here's Michael here and this is Chris Metzen. You guys may recognize some of these other legendary people in here. Devs and art developers. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to share. Farewell, Michel. The next in-game memorial. This one's going to be really difficult for me. And I've tried twice already. I'm going to do my best to... there's a lot of information on this particular tribute, this memorial. So a lot of you may immediately know this NPC. There's a quest to feed the dog. This character's dog. It runs around in game. This character, Ahab Wheathoof, is located in Bloodhoof Village. He stands by the bridge, putting up a flyer about his missing dog. Now, this NPC is in tribute to Ezra Phoenix Chatterton. Ezra was born in 1996. and he passed away in 2008 after a nearly 2-year fight with brain cancer. Ezra played WoW with his father, Mika, and among his characters he had a Tauren hunter named E. Phoenix. This was truly a father-son activity. They would research the game together and consult one another before making gear choices or other decisions for their characters. When Ezra was asked why he liked to play WoW, he said it's because he liked interacting with people he didn't know. No matter how bad things were in the real world for him, with his illness, Ezra liked that he could be strong and successful and turn people's heads in the game. So he was 12 years old. In 2007, Ezra visited the Blizzard headquarters through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. There he was able to design the Ahab Wheathoof NPC and also the Kyle's Gone Missing quest. He recorded Ahab's voice, and Ahab's dog, Kylie, is named after Ezra's dog that he had in real life. Ezra designed a new crossbow, which is the Merciless Gladiator's crossbow of the Phoenix. It's a Season 2 item, level 32. It can be purchased in Area 52 from Keswick the Striker and is transmoggable. Blizzard also made him the first rider of the Phoenix mount, Ashes of Alar. This is one of the coolest looking mounts in the game. I don't have that mount. It's one of the few I don't have. He was gifted that. He had world first. One of the devs, it'll probably say in this, what I'm reading here, he was gifted that as a world first. After he passed away, the Thunderbluff Elder was renamed in his honor to Elder Ezra Wheathoof. Now, this is something his father wrote, and I'm not going to be able to get through it, honestly. But I want to show you what I'm looking at here, and I do apologize. So I'm on wowhead.com, and if you look up Ahab Wheathoof, Ezra Chatterton, you will find this about what his father wrote, and I have tried to read this several times. I just can't get through it. I apologize. The WoW community did indeed respond to the loss of this young gamer. Ezra's story had become well known after his visit to Blizzard, and he had received an overwhelming amount of support from WoW players, ranging from encouraging emails and online comments to cheers and bows when people saw him in the game. One of the ways the community responded after Ezra's passing was by participating in an event called Running of the Bulls. Ezra had read BigRedKitty.net, which prompted Big Red Kitty, who is Daniel Howell, to set up this fundraiser for the Make-A-Wish Foundation in Ezra's honor. The plan was to invade Stormwind City on the U.S. Argent Dawn server on November 8, 2008. Those who could show up with their level 70s and those who did not have any tunes already in the realm would create level 1 Taurens and, in BRK's words, amass the single largest baby Tauren army ever seen. The Tauren race was chosen because Ezra played a Tauren, and they would all be in a guild called Run for Ezra. Blood Moon Chosen, a horde guild on the realm, along with any other high levels, would escort the army of baby cows to Ratchet, then via boat to Booty Bay, and from thence to Goldshire, and finally Stormwind City.
I'll miss my dog so much.
The only hitch with this plan was that so many people participated. 897 level 1 Taurens showed up, as well as 55 level 70s and 30 to 40 other Horde players around level 50. There were also around 300 Alliance members playing defense at Stormwind, most of whom were level 70. Fuck. Many of the baby Torns did not make it, at least as far as Booty Bay, but the sheer masses of tunes in one spot was just too much for the server to handle, and it crashed multiple times. GMs began asking people to disperse and not to go on to Stormwind, so Big Red Kitty ended the event early. The video on YouTube shows some footage from the evening and all the people who showed up to support Ezra and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Now I'm going to show footage. This is actual footage, so it's going to be lower quality. I have to mute the song because I'll probably have a copyright strike. Not a strike, but a claim. So I'm just going to input my own music here. But this is part of that actual run. On the Argent Dawn RP server. Just missed the boat. It's always the case, isn't it? So what? This would have been 2008, I think. For E-Phoenix. I don't know if he's in here. I would have imagined he is, but I don't know. I'd be interested to know. He may have been too sick to play, you know? September 11th, 2008. November 9th. BigRedKitty.net. Ezra. Ezra Chatterton. The next in-game tribute is in Ferellis. I didn't even know this was here. This wasn't added until Cataclysm, but here is where it is. It's in this northern portion here. There's a lake with an island. And we're going to fly down and we're going to have a look here. There's NPCs hanging around. Brian Horn. Lucas Marinio. It's like some surveyors. We've got some fires. There's a tower on fire. And we've got some kitty cats walking around. And I'm going to read what I found. Like I said, I'd never seen this, but this is what we're looking for over here. If you hold your mouse over this, it says Ivan. And I'll read what I found. In the northern part of Ferellis is Lake Dumont. That's a key name there. And in the middle of the lake is an island. The area was added in Cataclysm and is best reached when using a flying mount. A number of NPCs are present on the island, and they perform various activities such as sleeping, dancing, or just walking around. A ruined tower is still on fire, and debris from the tower is also ablaze, although no one seems concerned about putting it out. Various cats trot about the tranquil scene. Underneath a tree beside the tower is a lone tombstone. It is decorated with flowers and a sword, and it reads, Ivan. All of the NPCs on the island are named after a team of Blizzard employees, and I have a feeling those might be their actual cats' names. One of those involved in the design of this area was Jonathan Dumont. He was a level designer at the time. In 2019, he revealed on Twitter that Ivan was a tribute to his father. Farewell, Ivan. Now, this next one, I've just had my mind blown, actually. This next one may or may not be a memorial or an in-game tribute. There's just not enough information. So, can anybody guess where I am, first of all? That might be a hint. I have been here one other time in my 17, 18 years, however long it's been playing this game. It's like 18 years or something now. Let me show you where we are here. We're down here on Courage, the Fallen Kingdom, right? Now, this is the instance. This is not in the instance. It's around the coast here. So before I read what I have discovered here, I have my own backstory that I just realized before I hit this record button. Years and years ago, I don't know how long ago, I may have actually been on this exact character. I've had this character for a very, very long time. But I was swimming around, right? I didn't have flying. I was low level, and I couldn't get through some of these zones. Now, I don't remember where I was going or what I was doing. But I remember a very long, torturous journey, partially on foot, partially swimming, all the way around here, right? This is where we are. And I remember, like, I was getting fatigued, and I would find these little bits of land. I would jump on it, and then I remember seeing trees here. And I was like, what have I found? What have I found indeed? This is what I found so many years ago. So I was like, wow. I come in here, into this cave. It's got some creepy ambience in here. You follow this down. There's different paths. I remember coming up here. Remember looking around. It's massive. I spent a good 20 minutes in here. And I saw this. I was like, what is going on, man? Like, what is this? This is crazy. this dragon, sleeping dragon, Andrestrasz. Now, this used to be a level 5, but because we are in retail, you know how everything scales, but I'm pretty sure this is a level 5 when it was put in here. And I'm going to read what I found. There's not a whole lot of information on this. I just want to show you this cave. I mean, look at it. It's pretty big. I don't know that there are nodes. I explored all of this. I ran all over the place in here. We're going to go down to that dragon in just a moment. So it made me wonder, at the time I found this, I was like, okay, maybe this was supposed to have been part of that instance, but there are no dragons in Encourage. Maybe this was something else they had planned and they had forgotten about it. There are many places like this in the game you can find. Got bones in here. This path comes up this way. I spent a lot of time in here. Not a lot of time, but I was taking thumbnails and I was really geeked out, man. So this just kind of comes around this way. Like, it's an interesting space, right? It's just very strange. No nodes in here, nothing. That goes out. So we're just going to jump down here. This is the way you come down if you had gone the other way. But here's this dragon. Just sleeping away. It's not hostile. Makes no noise. You can't interact with it, which was the same when I saw it, except it was a level 5. Now I'm going to read a little bit of information that I found on this. Andrestrasz is located in a cave along the coast of Encourage, not inside the raid, but outside southern entrance. Trees mark the cave entrance. Andrestrasz is the name of a level 5 red dragon asleep in a cave just off the coast. This dragon was added in patch 5.3.0, and the Straz on the ending indicates that it is a male. That's, some of you Warcraft lore fans probably would know that. And I guess Straza would be female. The rest of his name has raised speculation among WoW players that this is an in-game memorial to someone named Andre. On January 1st, 2014, Blizzard game designer Dave Maldonado responded via Twitter to an inquiry about Andrestrasz. I'd bet $20 it's a homage to someone's 5-year-old named Andre, but would have to dig into data to find out for sure. And at this time, there's no further information available. Now, there is a Twitter. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to read a little bit further. Where did I find it? There was a Twitter post made. Where the hell did it go? Oh, it's here. I'm going to open this up. So there was a Twitter post that what I just said was from 2014. 6 years later, in 2020, somebody named Alex Fry said, so in 6 years, what'd you find? And Dave responded on February 10th, 2020, nothing. I left Blizzard shortly thereafter. Who's got 2 thumbs and sucks? This guy points at himself. So, unknown. It says, to find Andrestrasz, fly along the coast southwest of Oldham. Until you enter the zone of Encourage, you'll know you've reached the cave when you see some trees. Once inside, you can either jump down to the bottom or go off to the right. Follow the ramp down. If you follow, you go to the right. When it forks in a path, will lead you to the dragon. Andrestrasz lies in peaceful slumber with green Z's floating above him, although every now and then he will raise his head and yawn before going back to sleep. Now, here's my backstory. Well, I kind of told you the backstory. I discovered this. When I was leaving this cave, way back when, a player was coming into the cave. And I'll never forget this. I mean, I kind of forgotten about it until I was reading and trying to find this location, right? So I'm going to show you where this happened, and it gave me chills a little bit. I know that might sound a little bit ridiculous, but I have kind of a personal fantasy that I want to be true. So devs, GMs, they have God level access to this game, right? As I was coming out of the cave entrance, like I said, there was another player coming in, and I don't remember what the race, the class, any of that. I'm not even sure if it was this character. That doesn't matter. But I was coming in, and I was super surprised to see another player here. I was like, who in the heck even knows about this? Why would anybody be down here? So as I kind of stopped, and I'm looking at him, and I say hello. And he stops, and he says, hello, this is just in bubble chat, right? And he goes, what are you doing here? And I was like, I found it by accident. What is this place? Like this, I'm paraphrasing, right? This isn't the exact stuff. He goes, it's a secret, right? I remember that vividly. He said, it's a secret. Like this guy seemed to know what this place was here, obviously, and maybe what it was. In my mind, what I want that exchange to be, somebody got an alert maybe that I'm here, that I'd come in. I don't know if that's a thing or not, man. Who knows, right? And then the person who knows about this or knows what it is got into the game. I don't know how they get into the game magically or whatever, and was coming in to see what was going on. And maybe I had a little exchange right there. I have no idea. I want that to be true. Is it true? Who knows? Anyway, that are all of the current monuments, tributes in Kalimdor. This was part 2 of a potentially 10-part series. It might be more parts than that. We will probably do these in order as expansions release, so we'll probably do Outlands next. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys and gals are enjoying this series. I do apologize. I get a little bit emotional, especially if it has to do with children and cancer and anything like that. But again, this is just another look at a game that I love. I'd imagine you love as well. You guys and gals take care. I will see you in the next series. Peace.